All right, I want to welcome all the gearheads, gear chicks, and gear kids to episode 4 here, season 2 of Full Throttle podcast. Wanted to get into it right away. We got a special guest today, new individual that came to us to Vetting Customs. We want to welcome him to the team. It's been a pleasure to have him on our team. Rowan Koenig is with us today. Got a little round of applause for Rowan,
aka FNG.
Also known as FNG, fucking new guy. Let's just get right into it, Rowan. I wanted to bring you in today and talk a little bit about the things that you experienced switching from a dealership over to a small independent shop like ours. Kind of give us some insight of what you think and the thoughts on your switch and on your move and how you're liking things over by us. So,
yeah, 100%. As of recently, I mean, I'm about a month in now being in a private shop, and I had over a year in a dealership life. The dealership life is definitely a different world than everybody. You know, you walk in there, that's how you get your step usually into the automotive world.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, it's really hard for a private shop to want to go and take on a new apprentice. Usually they want to go and they want to get as many cars in and out as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
So getting in there was good, you getting to be able to learn. But you realize as you get more advanced in there that the dealership, it's just, there's so many differences. I mean, obviously it's controversial between the way that everybody likes to be paid.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the biggest controversy between a dealership and an actual shop. Not a lot of people are fans of flat rate. You can turn the hours, you can make the money, but that's the question of, usually it's these 20, 30-year-old master techs that are, you know, my parents' age, that are 50s, 60s years old, ready to, you know, retire out of the world.
Right.
Of they can go and they can book these hours, and it's so hard.
Well, they're booking hours based off of their experience that they're getting the good jobs. Yeah. I guess the guy on the bottom of the chain, he's getting the bullshit work, right? And it's harder for him to make rate on some of that stuff. But 100%. I know we talked about that. You guys, dealership, you're pushing the broom, you're cleaning. There's nothing on your lift for the day.
Yeah,
you're essentially not getting paid until you're working on a job ticket, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and, you know, sometimes they always want to keep those big guys, you know, the master techs, they want to keep them busy with something in there. Yep. So usually you're the one who's looked over more or less.
Yeah.
So you're the person who's doing that shit work.
Right.
Here you get to go and empty the oil caddies and clean up after the big guys' messes.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot for you to get your chance to be able to, you know, get in there and start getting your hands dirty.
Sure. Well, what were some of the pros, I guess, to working at the dealership? The experience, I suppose their learning process and
rapid fire learning.
You know, their training is probably pretty good, being that they have all the highest end equipment and different ways of teaching you guys stuff, sending you to different seminars, different programs. You know, that's probably at a higher level than what we offer here. So I guess you do get some good out of being at a dealership, correct?
Oh yeah, 100%. With, you know, being at the dealership I was at, there's a lot of on-the-job training. So there'd be hours where I would go and be doing a lot of GM-specific training. I'd be getting paid for it, and that's really nice. So with all their equipment they have is definitely at a higher level, but it's also they're required to have it from whatever car brand they're working on. So, well, you know, as for our shop, you know, we have our Snap-on tool, or, you know, different, like the bigger tools. They have the GM specific stuff because when they come out with something new, they have to get it for the new vehicles because the new vehicles are advancing more and more.
Yep.
But dealership life, it's definitely nice because you get a lot of that learning in, and you get it learned at a fast pace, and you learn how to be productive quickly. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of technicians that have come out of a dealership where they just want to go and book the hours. They don't do it right the first time. So that's the really hard part about in a dealership.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep.
You got to find that good happy medium of, well, you got to do it right, but also do it at an efficient pace.
Right.
You don't want to rush it because then you mess up, but you don't want to take too long because then you're not making money.
That's true. That is true. It's a good way of looking at it. You know. Yeah. Let's transition into what is the difference now as you come over by us? What do you like over by us? What's the things that stand out over here at a smaller shop versus being at the bigger dealership? Is it a camaraderie thing? Is it the way the place is ran? the pay scale, how things work. I guess I haven't been able to ever do this with anybody where we could talk about dealership stuff and I could get some feedback here through a platform like this and get your opinion on
I
that.
think this is the first person we've had come from a dealership and not go from us to a dealership.
Us to a dealership,
Yeah.
yes. This is the first time it's been the other way around. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Let's see. With the dealership, I mean, definitely coming to a private shop was really nice because it's definitely, you know, especially with vetting here being a smaller shop, it's a very more personable shop. You know, obviously, Chad, you being the owner, I can sit there and I can talk to
Right.
you. I can talk to you and your wife. I can talk to anybody there.
we have a normal
and it's-
conversation. It ain't a boss feel. I always said it.
Yeah.
It's not a boss feel. It's a friendship feel. I always feel I get close to all you guys and I want to know what's going on in your lives. I want to know what your thoughts are. I guess you're right. That would be one thing. You're not going to go talk to the owner of Panda Brandmeyer and he's going to ask
Yeah.
what you're doing this weekend. You know, you always got a supervisor, I guess. So
Yeah.
I do enjoy being on the floor with you guys. I do like working on stuff. I like to see what you guys are doing, and I always like your guys' feedback. So this is a good way of getting that out for our viewers on Rowan's thoughts of this place. You know,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, well, you're with your work family more than you are with your regular family most of the time,
Yeah.
except for like weekends. But think of how long you're with us all the time, you know?
Yeah.
You become family members,
right,
basically.
right. Yeah, because you look at it too. Even we're
Yeah.
having fires on Friday nights, and you guys are
Yeah.
having fires and hanging out all the time, and it is a close knit atmosphere by us. I will say that everybody gets along, and I mean, you and Keith, I kind of knew it from the day you came on that you guys would kind of latch on to each other, and I see how you guys go to lunch all the time, and it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that everybody bonds. Justin, Brandon, you guys, Chris,
The old part.
the old Fog. We'll call you Fog.
Yeah.
Fucking old guy.
Yeah, I'm usually in a fog anyway.
Yeah, so you got any more input on that stuff? What we were talking about, Rowan? I mean, I threw a lot at you there. So
Definitely, like you said, of being more personal, you know, being able to go and talk to you. If I got something personal going on in my life, you know, I had a kid, things like that, I could go and walk up to you,
Right.
tell you about that, say, hey, this is what's going on, you know, ask for some help and some input. I wouldn't want to do that in a dealership,
Right.
you know.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong, it's still the same aspect of, well, you with your work family as much. I still made good friends with the technicians there, and I learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go and I don't want to slander anybody's
right,
names.
right. Yep, and I don't want you to.
Yeah.
I just want your honest opinion on. It was more so the good over there, the cons over there versus what we got going on, just to kind of compare apples to apples. I guess is what was my input, and you're exactly right. I don't want this to be taken by anybody as we hate dealerships. Dealerships are bad. Dealerships have their goods, their bads. We have our goods, we have our bad things, and we were just kind of comparing apples to apples here. And Rowan was the best guy to kind of give us that feedback tonight. And I thought it was a good idea to bring him on and get his opinions on everything. I mean, I'll give you relationship advice, but I'm telling you, it might not be the best. So if you want to come to me with that, you'll get my honest opinion.
Definitely don't ask Matt.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, definitely there's the pros, there's the cons of everything. You know, it feels like, so when you're at a dealership, 99% of the things you work on is within the past 2 years, 3 years of being manufactured. A lot of the things are all in warranty. So it's definitely a good way to learn because there's a lot less chance you're going to break something.
Yep.
You know, working back in a private shop, you know, it's a pretty common occurrence to see vehicles that are 10, 15 years old.
Right.
You don't want to bring it to a dealership. They've got higher labor rates. It's just overall, it's all personal opinion, but
Right.
a lot of people like to go private once their vehicle's out of warranty.
Stuff gets so dragged out here sometimes just due to rust and corrosion.
Yeah.
and the bullshit that we deal with, but we always seem to get through it. We work with the customer, we keep them up to date on what's going on so they're not surprised with a huge bill at the end. Take a lot of pictures. Communication is a big thing that I push by us, and the techs are very good at that, and you've latched on to that, Rowan, communicating with me, Matt, Chris, amongst each other to figure out the best way, the most frugal way to get that done for the customer without affecting their pocketbook
Yeah.
greatly. You know, what else you got? What else is on your mind tonight? You got anything else on what we started here?
When we started,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a pleasure. I mean, just being a month in now, it's definitely I've had a great time being
Yeah.
back in a private shop here and all.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot more laid back and relaxed of an environment. That
Yeah.
was a biggest thing of dealerships. They've always pushed you. You have to be as fast as humanly possible.
Right. Fast is okay, but it's not always the best
It's
thing.
not
either,
always the
you know?
best.
I will speak for myself and probably the other two guys at this table. I want to also say it's been a blessing to have you. I'm happy you're on board with us. Things are going great. You've exceeded my expectations from day one. You're doing a great job. Happy and proud to have you on the team, and I think the other guys can agree with me there. Correct?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, he's a little fucking tall, but it fucking hurts my neck talking to him.
Yeah.
Gotta get a
Those
fucking
little tiny
massage.
cars.
Yeah, I'm eye level with his belly button.
It's good though. He can get the shit off the top shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, he changes his life bulb switch. Yeah. So let's swing right on into this week's debate topics. It looks like Keith here. I was running a little late tonight. You guys are able to put together some different topics we could talk about. Let's roll right into topic number one. Question that you guys want to talk about tonight is: are modern cars becoming too software dependent? I don't really have any insight on this yet, so I guess I would like to maybe start with Chris, and we'll go down the line, and then come back to me. You guys had some time here waiting for me to get here tonight. What do you guys feel about modern cars and the software systems that are in them?
Well, for one, I'm too old to understand that shit. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I started learning computers in 4th grade. These guys got fucking computers coming out of the womb. Yeah, like what the fuck?
Floppy disks.
I mean, I like carburetors. Like I don't understand fuel injection.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I gotta get someone like Justin to come in and fucking fix my vehicle because I don't understand computers. You know, I don't know. I prefer old school stuff. It's easier to work on for me anyway.
I would agree.
I don't
with
need
you
a
there.
computer to plug into it and find the beep boops and fuck. I don't know.
Beep boops.
Bee boops. Yeah, yeah. It is a nice feature when you can plug that scanner in, and it pretty much helps you pinpoint a thing. But like you said, Chris, I'm on the same page as you. I'm old school. I'm a carburetor guy.
Does it got fuel? Does it got spark?
Fuel, spark, getting air.
Right.
One of the three things that it needs to run, the engine to run. So
Yep.
sensors and all that stuff is
Yeah. Screw
gone crazy, where your car won't start because the body control module is out, or it's deterring with the theft system. So, Keith,
Yeah.
I'm going to go right to you if Chris is done.
that. Yeah, your hood latch isn't operating correctly. What the fuck do you mean? It opens and closes.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to replace the sensor.
Got a sensor
What
on
the
there
fuck
too
ever?
nowadays. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's your. If your hood opens up and flies open and smacks your windshield, that's your own fucking fault for not closing your. We're trying to protect the idiot.
They're
That's what
protecting
it
the
is.
idiots. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Carburetors.
I'm a little biased too. I own 2 older vehicles, but I would have to agree. Rowan and I discussed this a while back too. Like, I can pull older small block Chevy in like a couple hours, whereas he like pulled a Chevy Cruise motor the other day. I can pull a small block Chevy in probably half or a quarter of the time he did that, just because of all the technology advances and stuff. Well, like a small black Chevy has a couple wires you got to disconnect, where you have a whole wiring harness you have to disconnect in new vehicles. But I mean, there also are perks with the software, like fuel injection, the throttle response. I mean, plugging a scanner in and being able to diagnose something just off of that. But
Right. Pinpoint.
Yeah,
Pinpoint you
yeah.
right to where you need to be. And then it also gives you different options through the tech advisor of, look for this, look for this, look for this, check these things, make sure this voltage and these ohms are there. It helps you. It's maybe it's taking the idiots not only out of the cars, but the idiots out of working on them too, huh?
Right?
Unless the people that are working on them don't understand how to read them.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought a scanner and I hooked it up to shit and it gave me like 5 fucking things wrong. Well, what one do I fix?
That's where you play the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. fucking
Yeah.
game, you know?
Which one's the cheapest? I'll start with that one.
That's a good way to play it.
Yeah.
Coming from somebody who was at a dealership, definitely working on brand new cars. I also own a brand new car. There's a lot. There really isn't. Like he's talking, you can pull a small block Chevy motor in an hour. Well, a cruise motor takes so much longer, even though it's a 2014 that I just pulled. there's still, I bet you, 100 plus sensors that I had to go and pull off to go and pull that harness out. It took forever when it came to, and my fingers were not liking me after that one of those little damn squeeze clips.
Yeah, I'm plugging all them
The software.
stupid things that don't come apart all the time. You break the clips off them.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and you gotta be real careful with them. Try and back them off with a pick.
Yeah.
But
Duct tape them back together. Send it.
software is definitely
Not at work.
it's nice, but at the same time, you got to think of with the more technology being put into a car, is the more things that can fail in a car.
Yeah, yep.
Like he was talking about a hood latch. Yeah, there's a sensor in your hood latch. Did you know on new cars, if the sensor in your hood latch goes out, you can't remote start your car anymore?
Yeah.
That's one of the most random things. I mean, I've seen that personally. It's why?
I had that happen. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
In Malibu.
Yep, in the Malibu. Yep.
It's just those tiny little things of it's getting too advanced. You know, there's the like quality of life things that are definitely nice,
Right,
but
right.
it's getting too much. And you can plug a scanner in, and these new cars, the difficult part is a lot of the time you plug your scanner in, and it shows you a direction to start looking in, but it can't pinpoint nearly any, what exactly it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It gets you in a general area.
it gets
You
you
know.
on a start of
Yes,
where it's
yes.
supposed to be.
My truck's a prime example of that too. We don't know exactly what's wrong with the transmission, but we could try 5 fucking things. But either way, it's going to cost me money to
Yep.
diagnose it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Put a transmission in it.
yeah, see, that's the other option. By the time I get done changing everything else, I might need to.
right. And that's a good point. That's one of the things, on the management side of things and being fair with the customer. Them are different options that you got to weigh. I mean, you could do 5 different things and it end up being the last thing. And
Yeah.
now that person has $6,000, $7,000 in a job where right off the bat, we could have just put a reman transmission
Yeah.
in it and you would have been $3,000-$4,000. You would have saved
Yeah.
money. It's such a gamble.
Yeah.
And it's a juggling thing, and we try to always give the most information we can to the customer and let them make ultimately it's their vehicle, it's their decision, but we can only guide and point them in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, the cost is another thing too. I mean, like the sensors and cost of sensors and stuff nowadays. Like one I can think of off the top of my head, like TPMS sensors compared to a regular valve stem. Like, I mean, when you have a valve stem go bad, you can debate replacing all 4 right away. Whereas a TPMS sensor, you're looking at like $400
I had that happen too.
yeah, exactly. To put all 4 in and reprogram them,
Yeah, what happened in the old days when you just got out of your car and seen that your tire was flat? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm
Now we're
telling
taking
you.
the idiot out of the equation because the computer's going to tell them, "Hey, dude, your right rear tire's 5 pounds low."
Common sense ain't so common
It ain't so
anymore.
Yeah.
common.
And I mean, yours
That's why there's signs everywhere.
Yeah.
yours
Yeah, more road signs.
coming from your perspective, yours wasn't even really your fault. You had some custom valve stem caps on where they,
Oh, yeah.
they corroded your valve stem and
Yeah.
you needed to replace them and you were looking,
Yeah.
that was a $400 mistake.
Yeah, don't
No.
buy Amazon valve caps that are, what were they? They were steel.
They said
Penis
They were,
ones.
that's Matt's car.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm more on your card. I'm more on that Volkswagen that you used.
Yeah.
Big black ones. They stuck out about that far.
Like the one in his toolbox. He's
Funny
not
thing
here, we're
is,
still going to fucking
They had
rip
little
on him.
lip things on them. He could blow on them.
Yeah.
Before his tire died.
Toot, toot.
See what happens when he's not here? Now we can really rip on him.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he watches.
Yeah.
He's not gonna watch. What are you kidding? He said he's only watched one of the ones that he's ever been in.
For real?
Yeah.
What
the
a
only
cool
reason is
guy.
'cause
Yeah,
his son wanted to see him on TV.
Yeah. So I'll put some insight into that. I agree. They are becoming too software dependent. I think we could throttle back on some of this stuff, but it's an evolution thing. As technology advances, as things get farther and deeper into the automotive world, you're going to have more sensors, you're going to have more computers, you're going to have more training and all that good stuff. I guess that's my feedback on that. And I really ain't got much more to add because I'm such an old school guy. It's carburetor, simple wiring. Fuck, we could go back to push button start, a flip ignition switch on, like a race car. On, push the
Yep.
button, you're ready to go. Fuel's there, turn on some idle mixture screws. But I do
Yeah.
like the fuel injection. I love the response. I just
Retard.
Retard in advance, yeah. Yeah. All right, number 2. You guys want to know our dealerships and dealership service departments more trustworthy than independent shops. So I guess we're kind of going on what we started here with Rowan when we were talking about the dealership independence thing, and then we're tying it all together with the last topic on modern cars and the software. Is it more trustworthy to go to a dealership with that stuff, or are independent shops keeping up with the dealership type atmosphere? I know from my standpoint, when I built our new shop, I had the dealership mindset in designing the shop and the layout of the waiting area, and we're always about customer service. We're always about customer comfort when they come in, bottle of water, TV to watch while they're in the waiting area. The comfort thing is huge to us. I know Kim prides herself on the customer service aspect. We all do. We all try our best to accommodate the customer, always have the best mindset with their vehicle and their budget in mind when we're doing work on their vehicle. So I guess let's start at the other end of the table. Rowan, you bring it back. What do you think? Are the service departments at the dealership more trustworthy than a small local independent shop?
See, they definitely can be. It's all, obviously there's a big aspect of personal opinion. Do you want to go to a dealership? Do you want to go? It varies from person to person, how much money you're going to spend, what vehicle it is. When it comes to working in a dealership, it was definitely a more common thing of, well, this is what's wrong with your car. They would go and they would push because a lot of dealership service writers are off of commission. So they would push of, well, even though this thing is, this repair isn't that bad, you should get it done because, well, everybody's got to go and make their money somehow.
Sure.
You should get it done, even though I personally, wait till next oil change, you'll see how it's going. Be able to be prepared. It's a different world going from dealership there. There's definitely a lot less pressure. We're still going to go and check over your vehicle, make sure everything's safe, make sure everything's sound. But there's a lot less pressure of, well, you need to get this done. You don't need to.
You don't have to right now.
You don't have to right now.
Like, for instance, tonight, one of your last jobs at the end of the day was you worked on my personal Dodge pickup truck.
Yep.
And Kim came and presented me the invoice, and she said that you had noticed the rear seal on my transfer case is starting to seep a little bit.
Yep.
So it wasn't an option like, we have to fix this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your feedback and Kim's feedback was, it's leaking, let's keep an eye on it, and maybe next oil change or the oil change after, let's get the part there and plan on replacing it. And I feel you're 100% right with that. The dealership, probably because of that commission that they're making off of it, like you said, is going to really push that customer that has to be done today. Where I always taught you guys that if it can be pushed off and with the customer's budget in mind, let's just monitor it. Let's monitor it, and maybe the next time we'll replace that, unless it's a safety factor.
Yeah.
We let a lot of that stuff leave, and then the customer can budget for it down the road, where we're not hammering them with these additional charges right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good point, Rowan. I would agree. Keith, what do you think?
I can only really put most of my insight in independent shop, but I mean, I've went to pick up parts from dealerships for specific projects that we've done. I mean, they do. I mean, at a dealership, they have certain people to do each thing, and I mean, you do get it in and out pretty quick. But I mean, there's also, I've waited a decent amount there too for them to service me, but I don't know. There's also, like Rowan was saying, the cost. I mean, we can find same quality parts, kind of aftermarket for a cheaper cost by us, whereas a dealership is going to push GM specific or specific brand.
Yeah, they're going to push GM specific, Ford specific, Mopar specific. But I will say, with the vendors that we work with, the backing and the warranty, I mean, if something wears out, we've never had a problem with Napa covering it. We've never had a problem with O'Reilly's covering stuff. Their warranty, there's no questions asked. We take care of the customer. And then we do the work on the backside where the customer is gone, they're paid for. We worry about getting our labor back later and it's not a problem for the customer. They got their vehicle back, they're on doing their own thing, and we deal with that bullshit on the backside. What do you think, Chris?
I think it depends on who the people are working on your vehicles. I mean, it's all experience too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been to both. I had you guys diagnose my truck, and then I had the dealership in town diagnose my truck, and it took twice as long and cost me twice as much for them to tell me the same thing. So, I mean, I don't know. I've always been a small shop. Help out your neighbor. Whoever owns a small shop is probably living in that town. You know, I've always been a small shop type of person.
Yeah, and I'm going to be biased on that too. I'm a small shop guy. I always want to support the small business. I want to support the guy that's giving money to your kid's baseball team, the guy that's sponsoring your bowling team, the guy that's doing car shows, community events, has his or her footprint in the community, knows the people in the community. I'm gonna say that I probably will see more people going to a dealership that bought that vehicle from that dealership and has a warranty through that dealership. That's going to be something that we do work with different warranty companies, and we can warranty that stuff through them warranty companies. But a lot of people get the perspective that they have to go to the dealership to get that covered. We can do that by us, but sometimes it's just a comfort thing, or that dealership offered that warranty on that vehicle because he bought it from there. And that's totally understandable. But I will say that as that warranty runs off, go ahead and give your local dealership a shot. Give them a try. You're going to find that they're going to go above and beyond. They're going to do the small little things for you and probably not charge you, or while it's in there, they'll take care of that. I know one of our big things is we like to hand wash all the customer vehicles that we work on, whether you're getting an oil change, you're getting a transmission done, you're getting your headlight change or a battery install. We like to just do a courtesy wash to show people that we care about their vehicle, and we respect their investment. I guess I don't have any more for that. Does anybody else have anything to add on that subject? That was a good one.
Yeah, I think we covered it all.
You were talking about, I mean, when it comes to parts and stuff, obviously there is still the things that are very good to go through OEM.
Yep.
You know, your Amazon special can be good for a lot of things, but going through, you know, the genuine of the manufacturer is always a good idea on some specific parts.
Yep. We had that topic last week, Rowan, where we talked about OEM versus aftermarket, and a big one was guys said sensors.
Yeah.
I mean, sensors are way better when they're OEM versus aftermarket. You got a difference in ohms that's going to throw a code, and they're very finicky. I know injectors were a big one. There's a lot of good aftermarket injectors, but a lot of people would prefer OEM. So that's a good point also, you know. So let's roll into topic number 3. Is car ownership becoming too expensive for the average person? Or is leasing a better option these days for people? Is it better to own your vehicle, get a loan through the bank, build yourself some equity in that vehicle and be able to sell it outright when you're done with it? Or Christ, the way prices are getting nowadays, is it better just to lease that vehicle and maybe have the option to buy it out at the end of the lease, or give it back and get something else? Who wants to start?
I'd go to a junkyard and buy something for 300 fucking bucks.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feeders with heaters.
I mean, the only good thing, I think it's becoming tougher. Vehicles cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
People want a lot of money.
Even my truck used was half as much as my house.
Yeah. You think about that. You think about that.
That's how I put the shit into perspective.
yeah.
But I mean, you need a reliable vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, and the newer ones come with the warranties and shit. And most people will sell them after the warranty's up and get another vehicle with the warranty. So you might as well lease if you're going to do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I buy a vehicle with the intent of keeping it till it dies every time.
Yeah, I'm running the wheels off of that son.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll trade it in on something a little bit cooler or some shit, but I don't know. It's hard for me. I would never buy anything brand spanking new unless I was loaded.
You know, that was one of the things I was looking at here, you know. I got some rust starting on my tailgate of my truck. It's getting up there around 200,000 miles now. I've had it since it had 80,000 on it. You know, different things, you know, you maintain it well, change the oil regularly, put tires on it, brakes. I thought to myself, well, maybe I should look at upgrading, you know. But I look at the price of a new Dodge Dually. It's like Chrysler $115,000, $120,000. Fuck, I ain't paying that for a vehicle. You know what I
No.
mean? I'm gonna get something decent used, low mileage. So I would say, yeah, dude, shit is getting out of hand. It's getting expensive. Do I really think that price that they're charging for that vehicle, they have that much in it?
Probably with all these fucking sensors and bullshit.
Yeah, technology,
Yeah.
the labor rate that they're paying the auto workers on the line. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I'm not a union guy.
No, I've never been a union guy either.
Well, there's a
Mhm.
debate topic.
Yeah,
We'd have to get a union person in here.
Yeah, level the playing field a
Yeah,
little bit.
we need somebody to argue with us.
What do you think, Keith?
I would agree with both of you. I mean, for a used car, I don't think it's super out of hand, but you also do take the risk of having maintenance issues. But I mean, you might as well take the risk with the cost of a new car. I mean, you could probably put a lot of new parts into a used car for what a new car costs, you know?
Right.
So,
I mean, I couldn't believe the price of my truck, and it was what 6 years old when we bought it. It's just fucking insane.
yeah.
That box, though.
Sorry, I blew up.
Rowan, what do you got?
So I own older. I own a brand new too. I have a 2025 car. Obviously, there's affordable things out on the lot. You know, they still do make eco-friendly or wallet-friendly cars. But when it comes to different, you have your big giant dually.
Yeah.
That's not those have so much money into them. You have to put so much money into those things, and they're not a common thing to see.
I like to refer to it as the BBD.
Big black dually.
Not big black, whatever you
Dong,
get your mind out of it.
But it's definitely
dong.
Go ahead, Rowan.
Sorry, I blew up again.
it is the amount of money you have to put into for new vehicles is getting pretty outrageous. But I don't know. I've personally never leased anything. I looked into it a little bit. I'm seeing a lot of people who buy the EV cars are leasing them because they don't want to deal with having the EV and EV problems after their lease goes up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they get their 10,000 mile a year. But for somebody like me, I didn't know how many miles I was going to put on a year. Some people put on a couple thousand. I've had my car for 10 months and I put 12,000 miles on it already. If I was going to lease it, I probably would have been pretty close to that.
To what,
of wanting to
what
pay
your
for that.
allowance is
Mhm.
for your lease for mileage, yeah.
So it's all personal opinion. I mean, if you want to spend the money to get the new car, it's nice having a warranty. I do think so. Obviously I could go through my own shop, but if something breaks in my car, I don't gotta pay a dime for it. I'm just gonna send her down the road and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get it.
Well, and like touching back on what we were talking about before, you can't work on these shit yourself anymore.
Yeah,
Unless you're a certified mechanic with all these tools that we have.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it ain't like the old days where guys are doing work in their driveway,
Yeah.
you know.
Can't pull a motor in your driveway anymore.
Yeah, you
Not
can't just
a
do it
new
with
vehicle.
can't just do it with a Craftsman wrench set or anything anymore.
Yeah, you ain't using a Craftsman socket set anymore.
You can still use it, but you also
Special
need
tools.
about
Yeah, you can't
48
use
other
that.
specialty tools.
Specialty tools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I usually just make them.
You can make some. That's definitely
that's true.
the GM axle nut socket on the new 24 and 25 trucks. They didn't even come out with one. The only one you could buy was from GM, and it was $500 for a socket.
Jesus.
Jeez.
I'm not spending that. I welded some pegs onto a big socket.
Yeah.
and it
Yep.
works.
It works. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Chris, you're up. Fab Talk. What do you got this week? Working on what kind of fantastic shit are we doing?
Well, I made a sign for my wife's boss today. We'll powder it tomorrow, along with a crane that we're doing powdering up for the Weiss brothers. It's
Yeah.
going to be a matte black. It'll look badass.
Yeah, the boom sections and stuff, right? A
Yep.
lot of crane parts. Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to try that. I never powdered one of their cranes. I built their cranes, but I haven't powdered one.
That's right. You used to work over by them
Yep.
guys.
That
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, not too much. I mean, I've been helping you on that one truck.
Yeah, we're trying to get the Harper plumbing truck done. I know that. It's kind of, we got some brackets broke there on the hood. Getting the right parts from Peterbilt. Bumper came, front fenders came, so we can get them all fit. Yeah, it's kind of a big
That's what I've been
job.
doing.
But yeah, we're getting there. I know you made some SCART trophies too for our event.
Oh yeah.
At our banquet just this past Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Past Saturday we had the SCART banquet. You want me to talk about that?
Yeah, I guess if you want to let everybody know where everybody finished and kind of that stuff,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of neat to talk about.
Yeah.
Our one of our board members, Joe Besser, wrote this all up. Could have been AI. Who knows? But it's written really good, so I'm going to use it. Good job, Joe.
Yeah, nice job, Joe.
This year we had 5 youth drivers with 3 different feature winners, and 4 of the 5 drivers had at least 1 podium finish. 2 of the youth drivers qualified for the points race this year, and both of them had perfect attendance. Perfect attendance is we run 9 races.
Yep, 9 races.
7, you need a minimum of 7 to qualify for the point fund at the end of the year. But both of these kids had 9 races in. With perfect attendance, 2 heat race wins, 10 podium finishes, 1 win, and a total of 486 points. Marcella Vetting finished 2nd place in the youth division. With perfect attendance, 5 fast front times, 11 heat race wins, 10 podium finishes, 4 wins, and a total of 495 points. Colton Betzert was our youth division champion this year. He did a really good job this year. Big improvement from previous years.
Previous years, yeah. And you look at that, that was a close points race.
Yeah.
Too, you know. It was kind of cool to see boy-girl
Yeah,
fighting all year. You
they
know?
were duking it out. It was fun to watch. On to the stock division. This year we had 17 different carts in the division, with 11 of those carts qualifying for the points race or the point fund at the end of the year. I would like to thank you all for your dedication to the sport. We had 5 carts with perfect attendance, 5 different fast front winners, which is fast time, I believe.
Yeah.
11 different carts with a heat race win, which is crazy. 10 different carts with podium finishes, and 7 different feature winners out of 9 races.
Yeah,
That's a true testament to our league right there.
yeah. I will say that's about like what it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think we had 9 features and we had
8.
8 different winners. You know, it was.
I think
it was,
Keith
I was only.
Keith
you
was
were
the only one to win
repeat
2 of
one.
them.
Yep.
That's a fun division to watch. I mean, this year we had probably 8 carts weekly, or what? I don't remember what he said here, but it was fun to watch 2 heat races. You know, we have qualifying heat races, and then you get to watch 8 carts go out there and battle it out in the feature, and all the carts are so close that the racing is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I'll go through these 11 guys that made the point fund this year. Starting off with 346 points, Tyler Matoxin finished in 11th place. That's actually my cart. I have Tyler drive it. We're a low budget team. I think we went through like 3 motors this year. I mean, Tyler's about the size of fucking Chad and Rowan.
Yeah,
So I mean, trying to wheel that dude around a go-kart track. and,
Tyler's a big guy. Yeah.
I mean,
he hangs in there with everybody.
we even let him modify the motor and he still can't keep
Yeah,
up.
I mean-
So I mean,
I give him
know.
credit for doing it every week. You know.
he has fun, and he's one of the goofiest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
good shit.
yeah.
Tyler's a good shit.
10th place, he had 1 heat race win in a total of 361 points. Kurt Freiwald, I think that's how you say
I
it.
think so. Yeah.
Kurt, he's a good shit too. At the Fall Classic, he brought some lights for us to
Yep.
run at night.
Yep.
That was great of him. With a total of 373 points, Steve Zimmerman finished in 9th place. The Zimmerman family supports our group quite a
Yes.
bit. You're going to see here coming up, we have 2 more. A big family to run with us. That's great. With 4 heat race wins, 1 fast front time, 3 podium finishes, 381 points. Easton Wagner finished in 8th place this year. He's another one of the characters we got in our group.
Yeah, Big E. Big E himself.
He's a good
Yeah.
time.
Billy Big Rigger.
Yeah, Billy Big Rig.
It's fun to talk shit with him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always a blast, especially after race activities. We have
Yes.
fun. Yeah.
I don't want to make sure I don't skip anybody here. I should mark them off after I read them. With 1 podium finish and a total of 402 points, our good old boy Chuffy finished 7th place this year.
Chuffy.
He's a good shit too. All them guys. With 5 heat race wins, 1 fast front time, 2 podium finishes, 1 win, and a total of 433 points. Braden Brooks with 6th place this year in points. I think this is his first year with us. He might have ran a couple
little bit
times
last
last
year.
year,
but
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
but his first
Braden,
full-time year.
He's I will say he's one of them drivers too that has upped his game this year. I mean, his cart's getting faster and faster.
Yep.
And I found a newfound friendship with Braden and his dad. I mean, Keith and
Good
Braden
people.
raced hard at the fall special. We had a little conflict there. We got a little temper started to flare a little bit.
Oh,
but then
it's hard being the flag man.
it is. It's hard being the flag.
The worst position you can
Yeah,
have because you got to make judgment calls.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. So I will say
Goddamn.
we actually had it set up that Keith was going to go down with Braden and run at Beaver Dam here at the end of the year, but it got rained out. It really sucked. It was one of the races that I felt we were most prepared for all year.
Right.
And we scaled the carts, did some tire prep, had everything loaded up the night before, and yeah, then it got canceled. So I know Keith was bummed, I was bummed, and talking to Braden and his dad at the banquet, yeah, it sucked, but we'll hit a couple up here, maybe early April, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah. You raced this year. You won a feature too, right?
I won 2
You
features.
didn't. Yeah, you didn't qualify for the points, but you.
No, I
ran.
think I only ran like 4 or 5 races. So
Yeah.
John and I both. I think John ran like 1 or 2 less than I did, but
Honorable mention: Keith and John Bedin.
Yeah.
When they ran, they were fast. Johnny was whooping up at Cobblestone and ended up bending a sprocket or something, right?
Yeah, I think he hit a rock.
yeah, I mean we just hit what we could. It's hard with the big cars to keep up with the carts too, but
Busy people's
yeah.
running a business here.
Yeah.
With 3 heat race wins, 2 podium finishes, 1 win. So he had a feature win for a total of 438 points. Brett Zimmerman finished 5th place in points this year.
Brett is a big help with the track and
Yep.
getting things ready at Cobblestone. So
Yep. And with 4 heat race wins, 4 podium finishes, and a total of 442 points, I would like to congratulate the entire Zimmerman family on Al's kart, keeping it in the points and having a 4th place finish this year.
yes.
So let's talk about Al.
Yes, I want to talk about Al too.
He's a previous champion. He was our stock division champion from last year. Whatever money he ever made, he always gave back to the club,
Yep.
which I've been running SCART for a long time, and he was the only one to ever do that, besides myself,
He was the
actually.
first one.
But
Yes.
I was like in awe when he did that a couple years ago when he first started running with us. So Al passed away. I don't remember the exact date.
I don't remember either, so I don't want to say it, but it was a huge loss for the SCART family.
Yes.
Al is still missed to this day. He did a lot for the club. I will say he went around and got some businesses, some sponsorship stuff, and he had a nice little gift card program for the club, and it was an addition to the payout. It helped, and it was an awesome gesture on his part, and I will say he's greatly missed by all of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always a guy that was willing to help everybody,
Yep.
answer anybody's questions. If you needed something, he had it, or he would help you find it. You know, he was just a great guy. I know he got to meet my brother too. He bought my brother's old cart after my brother was done racing with us, and Al just brought everything, he heart and soul into helping and doing whatever he could to help the club succeed, and that won't go unnoticed throughout the years. We will always have a memorial race for Al.
Yep.
And he holds a special place in all of our hearts. So,
Yes. He was the guy that he would race you hard, and he would race you exactly how you raced him. So
Yep.
if you smashed into him and get past you, he was giving it right
was
back
giving
to
it
you.
back to you.
He had no fucks to give about that. I mean, Al was a great guy. Great guy. Okay. With 4 heat race wins, 1 fast front time, 3 podium finishes, and 1 feature win, Joe Bessert finished in 3rd place this year. Joe stepped up a lot this year. With me stepping down, we created a board, and Joe was one of the board members. He handled a lot of the day-to-day. He did a great job.
Yes.
Kept the ball rolling.
There was different things he built for the club. He built
Yep.
a scale pad. He always made sure the scales were there.
Yep.
Joe brought a great asset to the club. He wanted to push the club to be better, make sure the paperwork was in order. I will say I'm sad that when we did vote on new board members that he didn't elect to stay on.
Correct.
I don't know if he was blindsided by it or if he just decided that maybe he just wanted to race and enjoy time with his son. I don't know for sure, but I do feel he brought a big help to the club and helping with rules and making sure everything was a level playing field. I will say that, yes.
To clear the air, I put a message out on the SCART what was it? The event page.
and I know
instead of in our group message that said be ready to vote.
I know you feel bad about this, and some people didn't see it.
Yeah.
And they were surprised that we voted at the banquet. But I will agree with you, Chris, that was a perfect time that everybody was there.
Yeah.
Let's just get it over with there and at least get the board
ball rolling.
Yeah, let's get it rolling, and then we can set up another meeting where we have a meeting at my shop and we all discuss rules or whatever. But the brunt of it needed to kind of happen that night because everybody was there that could be there. So
yep. And on to another board member here. He had my bad. With 4 heat race wins, 4 podium finishes, 1 win, and a total of 462 points, Joey Borth moved up from the youth division to the stock division and finished 2nd place in points. Yeah. That just grows to show one of the main reasons why I feel like SCART is important for the racing community is bringing up youth drivers.
Yeah.
We have one right here.
Yep. I know Johnny was the same way, and I think he's outside right now. He was afraid to open the door. I told him to come in, and we can edit that out. But these kids started young. They developed as drivers because of SCART.
Yep.
And you look at a guy like my son John. He started out in go-karts. He did really well. I forced him at a young age, and with your help, that he was able to run the youth. And even though he wasn't of age, but we decided he was experienced enough, he ran with the adults.
And you can just tell in a kid if they got it.
If they got it or not. And both of my sons did. I pushed them and I paid for them to run both events, but they ran with guys like Ben Schmidt and Brett Getchow and guys that had experience in racing, and they competed with these guys. And I feel like these guys that they ran with made them better drivers today. And now you got a kid like my son John. He's running a street stock, and I feel like he's advanced because of just getting involved in SCART. And it's so neat to see these kids start out, and they're not sure where the gas or the brake is. And then by the end of the year, they're that much better and they're that much involved. So come on in, John. You're fine.
There's a superstar himself.
Yeah.
I even like a prime example, like Ryan Minster and Randy Marquardt Jr., myself, we all started in SCART in the first go-around of SCART.
Yep.
So, I mean, Ryan Minster, I think he's a track champion. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, Grand National. Yep.
Randy Marquardt Jr., he's following in his grandfather's and father's footsteps and becoming a racer. He didn't race much with SCART back in the day, but that was the first thing he raced, I believe.
Yep.
I could be wrong. And then you look at Andrew when he had to race John and Keith all the time, he got his butt whooped. But then when they moved up,
Andrew
was right on top of it.
It was his division after that.
And then Joey had to race against Andrew, and Andrew was getting the hang of it, and Joey...
It pushed everybody to be a little better.
And then the next year was Joey's turn. And then, Colton had to race against Joey and Andrew.
Yep.
And now this year it was Colton's turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're almost passing the torch.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
It's fun to watch.
And help these kids learn too. Because, I know Andrew, I used to ask everybody else to help me because you know what it is like to talk to your own kid and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's help for Chad can ask, hey, Chris, go talk to Johnny,
Right. Calm him down.
Yeah.
Give him some pointers. He won't listen.
So a huge shout out to Joey he didn't win the championship. He was right in there. He had 11 points to try to get on the last night, and he tried his ass off, but this next guy here had him covered. This is one of our other board members besides my daughter Daytona. Our points champion this year had 5 heat race wins, 4 fast run times, 6 podium finishes, 2 wins, and a total of 472 points. I'd like to congratulate Dylan Struve on the championship in the Pro Stock division this year. He was the guy to beat pretty much every week.
Yeah.
I
will say Dylan puts the time in the shop. He goes through his cart. He's very dedicated to it, and it showed this year. And he did a lot for the club also. He was kind of, I would say, the president, ran the show for all of us, did a lot to push SCART forward, the same as Joe Bessert did. And I can't thank them guys enough for what they did last year. We're on to new things this year. We got new board members. Dylan decided to step back. He just kind of wants to concentrate on racing, and he doesn't want to deal with any of the questions and all the stuff, and which is very understandable.
Yeah. It is a hard.
It is hard.
Trust me, I did
You've
it
done
by
for years. Yes. Yep.
You got to deal with everybody, try to get everything set up, and I mean it's hard for 3 people to keep it all straight.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, on to newer and better things. Moving forward with SCART, we got some rumors maybe on talking.
Yeah, I think the cat's kind of out of the bag there. I mean, the last race at my track, we great track. I always love hearing the compliments from the drivers and the people that come to watch. Track was dialed in. I did a different thing with prep. I kind of do like a Boone thing. After so many races, I take a landscape rake and I kind of rake the track and break off the top and the bumps, and then we pack it back in quick. And at an intermission, I do that, and got so much feedback from everybody on how smooth the track was and how great the track was and how everybody loves racing by us. And it's a true racetrack. We hauled in a lot of clay to build that track, and just getting thinking here to try to expand and make SCART a bigger thing. And I believe in what Chris started. I decided that this year, kind of without letting anybody know, I got rid of turns 1 and 2. I took out a tree, and we're going bigger. Bigger track. Want to kind of work with some other area tracks and bring in some 206 stuff. Bring in the animal class. Would like to get some wing carts by us. Maybe work on a traveling series with Beaver Dam, that if they run there, they run by us. We could do a combined points thing, get some sponsors at the track. So with that being said, last week and last weekend, I was able to eliminate turns 1 and 2. We went out. I'm going to say the track is probably double the size of what it was, and it's going to be a configuration kind of like 141 Speedway. Turns 3 and 4 are a tighter turn. It's an egg shape. And then when you get into 1 and 2, it's probably going to be wide open, more of a sweeping turn, a lot of banking. And we got, I'd say, probably another 30, 40 loads of clay to haul in there. Infield will be all grass. We're going to continue to run the same SCART rules, but then we're going to look at getting into the national rule package that everybody runs with the Briggs motors and that whole setup with them different divisions, and kind of draw some guys from Beaver Dam, Little Buckaroo, maybe GSR Speedway in Clintonville, and get some more carts by us, plus run the SCART guys together and make it a better show.
Oh, it would just be the SCART division then.
Yep.
It would just be the stock.
The stock and the kids, right?
Predator.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So we'd have the 2 SCART divisions and then open it up to some of the Briggs motor stuff and the animals and the clone motors.
Still though, we're still gonna have probably the traveling series too.
Yeah.
With the 3 divisions.
Yep.
So I mean, we'll just have a outlaw division. We're just gonna open up that motor rule probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
So like the guys down in Plymouth or wherever can come with their run what you run motors, pretty much. It's just got to be stock appearing basically.
Yeah. So by me getting the track bigger and wanting to run more, just with opening up the track and making it bigger, and all the track prep that's involved, I want to run more by us. So that's not going to take away from what SCART does. We're still going to have the traveling series. We're still going to hit up the other tracks, but we probably might run weekly or bi-weekly by us.
Yep.
Just to keep the track open, worked, grass cut.
Plus, there's some people that want to race more than once or twice a month.
Right.
The SCART division.
Yeah. So we're going to work on some sponsors and some point fund stuff, and it'll be like a separate deal, but SCART will have their select dates that they'll join us at our track. So you don't have to be at ours every week to still qualify for SCART points and SCART point fund, but there will be a separate deal that I'm going to kind of work on with Braden Brooks' dad and stuff, and get some billboards and some sponsors, and we'd like to do concessions, and all them proceeds would go to help the SCART program. So
yeah. Hey, that's what we could do with that storage unit.
The container?
The container.
Oh, yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
I got an idea too. Steve Helverson has all the campers be in the old shop.
Oh, yeah.
Just get one of them to sell. He'll probably give us one. What I mean? So
Yeah, just got it.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, big things coming.
Big things coming, guys. Yep. So let's get right into Keith's segment where you got some stuff you want to talk about, Keith. You're going to do some marketing stuff, kind of keep us up to date on what's going on on your end in the detailing world too. So
Yeah, Justin and I are kind of the Vetting Customs marketing team. I just want to kind of talk about how much social media helps small shops and affects them.
big time.
I mean, there's a reason we post so frequently because, I mean, there's certain times that reach more people. More people are looking at their phones at certain times. So, I mean, certain posts are hitting more. You're reaching people in different counties, different towns.
Different countries I've seen.
Yeah, we've even had that.
When Gracie worked by us, Christ, it's still that way. We're reaching out to people in Russia, and a big following for us is in Mexico. It's weird seeing that stuff. So it's cool.
Uno.
Yeah,
That's the only word I know.
it's free. And like he said, if you're a small business, make sure you got a good marketing partner. People, that's huge. You reach people. It's free. I mean, you can add to that.
That's kind of where I fell short when I wanted to start See You Later services at my shop. You know, it would go in spurts. Like, all it would take was one person to share something, and boom, I'd get 10 orders. But then, you know, it would take until one of those people shared again.
To get that traction.
So that's why we post so much.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take a full education to do the media nowadays. I mean, there's a reason TikTok's so big. Just regular day people making videos of themselves doing stuff. You know?
I do stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Dancing
yeah.
to crappy songs.
I just think about all the stupid shit I did as a kid that we could have got on video.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
probably wouldn't have to work right now. We did
Yeah.
so much stupid shit. So
Chad would have been the original jackass.
Yeah. The problem was they didn't have shit to record us back then.
that's it.
Yeah.
Phones and over to Nokia. Beep.
Well, it's probably a good thing too sometimes though.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't want half of that shit I did
Yeah.
on.
How many
Yeah.
felonies would you have?
It's hard to
Keep
blow up.
going.
All right. Yeah, and I mean, with the small videos, I mean, they can hit huge, especially with people's small attention spans. I mean, the 5 to 10 second videos are pretty important.
Well, I feel that we get more hits on them small
Yeah.
reels than we do on like this platform where,
Yeah.
where we sit here and
Yeah.
talk for 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
We get more views on that short shit. I mean, that video I did for the oil change promo had what 5,800 views,
Yeah. Yeah.
and here on this platform we'll maybe get 800.
Yeah.
You know, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we love doing the videos, showing off our atmosphere and all the things we do to kind of show you guys an insight of what happens in the shop. So,
yeah, we're working on different things, and I think it's going to get bigger and better as Justin and Keith get more comfortable here. A lot of video clips, a lot of how-to stuff. We want to get some tech talk in there where the techs take a minute to describe what they're working on, the things they're working on, the jobs they're on, and it's all to help you guys. I mean, the viewers. If there's stuff you want to do by yourself at home and you don't have that huge budget where you want us to work on your car, hopefully some of these videos will help you guys be able to fix that stuff yourself and save yourself some money. So
yeah.
Or you could even comment if you want us to do a video on something tech
Right.
that maybe you need help
Right.
with.
that's a good point, Chris. If there's something that you guys need advice on, feel free to message the page, put a message on when this video comes up. Hey, you know, you're looking for some insight on this problem, or can you help talk me through on fixing this? That's what this is about. It's about us helping you and helping viewers and kind of getting everybody connected.
Help making you laugh.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I mean, we all got especially the technicians in our shop, we got the commercial grade equipment of everything. Not everybody can go out there and spend the money on a
Right.
snap-on
Yeah.
scanner.
Yeah.
Things like, you got to work with what you have. And some people just a little bit more well off than others, I've seen it. I had when I was growing up, my parents definitely didn't have the most amount of money. You got to figure it out, and asking for help is always a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good point, Rowan. You guys do spend a lot of money on them tool trucks just to keep current with what you need to work on each day. And that's one thing I don't think the viewers understand is Snap-on, Cornwell, Matco, they're by us every week, and these guys are going on there and they got a huge investment just to work on vehicles. There's specialty tools, specialty sockets, different upgrades that they have to do on their scanners every year. it's all in part of making sure we do the best job for our customers, and these guys stick a lot of investment into that stuff, and that's a good point, Rowan. I'm glad you brought that up.
I just need something to cut metal and to weld metal. I'm fine.
And not smash your thumb.
Yeah. Stupid wrenches.
And obviously, you don't need the commercial like Snap-on, Matco, Mac, Cornwell.
Right,
You don't
right.
need to use. But here's the thing: is they make that specialty stuff out there, and there's a convenience of it coming to you instead of you having
Yeah.
to go
Having
out
to
and
find
get
it.
it.
Yep.
Because who likes going to stores?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking weirdos out there.
that's why nobody does Black Friday shopping. And
You might run into me.
Yeah. 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 Fucking
Oh,
real.
that'd be real
Yeah.
scary.
With your redneck science hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, supporting Weston Champlin today.
Yeah. He makes funny videos. You see that coach he was driving around?
Yeah, that was funny.
That's fucking funny shit.
Fucking Elvis.
You don't think that shit's funny? You probably can't be Frank.
Yeah. What else you got on your list, bud?
That's all I have for marketing. And if you guys had anything else to add?
No, I don't. No.
No, otherwise I'll jump in. We had a big detail project come in. Fastenal upgrades their trucks every 2 or 3 years, and they brought. We had one like a month ago come in. They bring them in for us to remove the stickers and detail them up for them to sell them before they buy their new trucks.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of a big project you guys take on, peeling them stickers off, doing a little paint correction, and then getting the insides cleaned up nice. So essentially, it's so the customer can get top dollar when
Yeah,
they sell these
exactly.
things.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys get them looking right. I will say,
Low mileage.
low
too.
mileage.
Holy
If
cow.
people are looking for some nice, if you want to deal with the color white,
Yeah.
I will say
In a single camera.
the single cab, long box, 4-wheel drive, Dodge Rams. They're 50,000, 60,000 mile trucks. Reach out to you reach out to us. We'll get you in contact with who you need to get in contact with. But
Yeah.
I believe they're like in a $22,000 range for a nice regular cab, long
Yeah.
box, 4-wheel drive truck. I
Low
mean,
miles, yeah.
low miles. Contractors would be perfect for them.
You might need a new tailgate.
Yeah, some of them need some new tailgates. That's pretty much the only panel that's banged up sometimes.
That's what they should do. Instead of having you peel that sticker off the back, just put a
Just
fucking
put
new
new
tailgate
tailgate.
on.
Oh, that was the biggest one. It takes the most dirt and grime, and it was
With the amount of
so it was
labor you
so
had,
thin.
it would
Yeah,
have probably been worth it.
yeah.
Paint a tailgate, put a tailgate on.
Mhm.
One of those like bully dog, damn like felt ones you see driving down the road. We'll just take that thing off. It takes what 5 seconds to get a tailgate
make
off,
them.
and you can
Put a
hook
little
one right in
Pro-Net
there.
on there like the old days, huh?
We'll make one out of metal.
Yeah.
Sell it fast. No.
Take a piece of sheet metal, just hard weld it right in there. You don't need to open that tailgate.
What else you got?
That was all I had.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Let's get into Full Throttle Focus then.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Full Throttle Focus this week. We're going to talk about two subjects. The guys put together some stuff here. So I hear that GM is revamping the 3.0 liter Duramax and its design flaws, and it's going to go from the LM2. It will go to the LZO. What are you guys' thoughts and opinions on that? You first.
Well, up until about a month ago, I didn't even know they made such a thing. So I was like, oh, look at this Yukon with the diesel in it.
Yeah,
And then they're busting my bubble. Oh, it's only a 3 liter.
3
I'm like,
liter.
what?
Yeah.
Sorry to
The
break
fuck? It
your
said
feelings.
RT on it. I thought it was.
Hey,
Stand sword.
they are fast.
Really stupid.
Yeah. Really small turbos, probably.
Those things push 40 psi of boost.
Well, whatever.
There's-
I'm out on
it's
this one. You
impressive.
guys know that's where I'm going with it.
Yeah, what do you think? I ain't got much insight on this.
I don't know. All I gotta say is that it's really nice of them to fix their issues.
Yeah,
Yeah, I suppose.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
I think Rowan could put more of an insight into this topic.
Probably.
got way too many hours put into working on those. So the biggest thing that they're fixing is with the timing chains and the oil pump drive belt. They have those in the back of the motor right now. You have to, the proper way that GM wants you to do it is you have to cab off transmission out to do timing and to do it.
The fuck does that mean?
Cab off and pull the tranny out
Yep.
to do timing?
To do a timing chain on it.
Holy fuck.
See, who can afford to buy
Yeah,
a new
right,
fucking
yeah.
vehicle when you gotta do that shit?
Yeah, you better have an extended warranty on that.
Fuck.
motherfucker.
Warranty pay is 36 hours to do timing chains.
Oh
on
my
a 3
God.
liter Duramax.
Pull the cab, pull the tranny out,
And then you can do chains
and
on
then you
it.
can
See,
do
that's
timing
what-
chains in 36 hours.
So what'd they do? Move it to the front like a normal engine?
Yeah, they're finally going and they're going to move them there. And they're also, instead of having a rubber belt as the oil pump drive belt, they're switching that over to a chain now.
Chain drive.
So which is good. Okay,
Old school technology.
If you're-
Yeah, go back to the front
Back to the
and
fucking primitive shit
change.
here.
what's the point of putting a rubber wet belt on the back of the motor right there? And so GM recommends every 80,000 miles to check it, and if it needs it, replace it. If you're already pulling the transmission out to check a belt, replace the
As a
belt.
customer, I'm having you put that fucking belt in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're that far, right?
It's
I'm
just
glad they're fixing that shit.
I am too.
Yeah, 36 hours is crazy. You can swap a small block in 4.
Yeah.
and that's warranty.
I can
too.
do it by
Warranty is
myself in my
usually
race
like time-
In and out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just not the smartest idea that they came out with on that motor. And
No,
I'm
I
very
will
happy
say that
they
was
fixed
probably
it.
creative engineering there. Somebody was looking for a bonus or something. Hey,
look at
guys,
this.
Yeah, look at this. Look what I designed up last night while I was fucking drinking a couple fucking pina coladas.
Same.
Bella drink.
Look at all this room up.
Put the timing chain in the back. Or we're gonna put the oil trunk.
You put the turbos up there
Yeah,
Well, I think that they were thinking
turbos
is
go in the trunk.
in the bed.
they were thinking about putting it in the front, and then the guy who went and officiated everything just accidentally had the blueprint backward.
Oh, yeah. You hit that little arrow button or
Yeah.
flipped everything to the back. Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I hate when that shit
They were
happens.
screwed. There was no control alt delete going on there.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Bad days.
It must have been a Friday.
It was a Friday at 4:25. You know,
Yeah.
they were gone in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I gotta get this job done quick. Send.
Send it. So speaking of fixing fuck ups, I hear that Ford broke the record for the most safety recalls in a year, and they did it in the first 6 months. So I want to say,
Technology's great.
I don't know why people haven't listened all these years. Ford is the problem, and they already circled the problem in their logo.
Yep.
You know, no, look at this shit.
What does the Ford guy have to say?
Yeah, I don't want to hear.
I own. The only reason I own one is because they put a diesel in an SUV, and
Yeah,
that's why I own a Ford.
the excursions are really cool. I mean, don't get me wrong though. If you had, there was rumors about Mopar wanting
I
to do
heard
that,
that too.
of
Yeah,
putting the full size 6.7 Cummins high output into,
like a Ram Charger looking
Yeah.
thing is what they were gonna do. Yeah,
which seemed really cool and
can you
definitely could
imagine
make
if
money.
if they just do that? Pull the
Yeah.
trigger.
Why are
Yeah,
they using
right?
this little 3-liter
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yeah, don't use these little baby
Look at the
motors.
problems.
The
Put a
issues.
big old son bitch in there.
The Ram Eco Diesel. What the hell was that? I mean, that was the most junk motor you could possibly
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I mean, Volkswagen made better motors than that, and they figured out how to make a 10-cylinder diesel engine with less than 150 horsepower.
Right. Yeah,
Reverse engineering.
yeah. So I don't know. That's crazy to me that you got the most safety recalls in a year, and you're only 6 months into it. That's just.
They
I
wanted
think it's time to fucking reorganize.
Try to get some American
Yeah, they need to
engineers
Time
in
for a
there.
new fucking business plan, I think, you know,
It's
but
like working for John Deere. All the engineers that I had to deal with were in India.
really.
Yeah, and I could hardly understand the some bitches.
and they picked
I'm sorry, but get your engineers back in the fucking states where they got to work on the damn
Well, let me
thing.
guess, when you called them, you had a press one for English, right?
I don't know. I always had the quality team talk to them. I'd just be like, yeah, we can't do that part of it. Make them change that.
Yeah.
You
they were
know?
used to their other job. Tech support. What can I do for you?
Oh,
Christopher, how you doing today?
Oh, hey, Christopher, how you doing today? Would you like a Slurpee?
no. Slurp on this.
Well, I don't know, boys. That's all I got for today's episode. I think it was a damn good one, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we definitely hit a lot of topics. We covered a lot of material here. I hope everybody liked it. And
We got our ripping on Matt quota.
yeah,
you know?
Matt
Yeah.
Quota. I want to say a little prayer here before we leave. If everybody wants a moment of silence here, let's put our heads down and pray. Lord, we pray that Justin's rear end is okay today.
Yes.
I know it was a little hot, a little spicy.
Preach.
Remember all good things go better with lube.
Hawk to it.
Two of them big.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.